is this piece? This piece of hair just needs to vacate from my life because what the
Would you like to look outside sometimes? I'm just with my friends online, and there's things we'd like to change. We just want to represent the planet standards. Oh, we
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I just thought I'd do a quick, probably not too quick, get ready with me. Kind of going in depth with a really nice kind of warm brown tone, red tone smoky eye. So let's get started with that. Also, if you see my bruises here, these are from moving back to Wisconsin. Don't be worried about that. Just carrying some heavy objects ended up bruising my arms. Also, my filming setup, I'm actually in the basement of my parents' place. That won't be lasting too long though because I'm actually moving to Sydney, Australia in May. So hopefully I'll have like a prettier setup, something a little bit more girly and stuff like that. Something not necessarily just a gray wall. So yeah, let's get started. For my primer today, I'm gonna be using the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Primer. It's really good for filling in the pores on my cheeks. So I like doing that. And also my mirror is over in this direction, so if I look over this way, I'm not like trying to be rude or anything like that. That's just where my mirror is, so I can see a little bit better what I'm doing. So I just put this primer on my cheeks to help with the large pores that I have on my cheeks. And then I just put a little bit on my chin just because why not? And then we're actually gonna start with the eyes today because I like doing, when I'm doing a dramatic eye, I like doing the eyes first. If there's any fallout or anything like that, I can just kind of get rid of it when I'm applying foundation and concealer. I'm taking the Elizabeth Mott Thank Me Later Eye Primer, and I'm just gonna put that on my eyes. Do that right there. I'm using my ring finger because it's the weakest of all your fingers. It's actually better for your eyes because your eyelids and just the skin around your eyes in general, so delicate, and you don't want to tug or anything like that because it can cause wrinkles. I mean, I'm only 21, so I don't really get wrinkles, but always nice to be preventative. I'm going to take the LORAC Love, Lust, and Lace palette, the matte palette. I'm going to take the second shade in. It is pretty much the exact same color as my skin. If you top a primer off with a shadow that's close to your skin tone, it helps with blending, like that. Now today we are doing like a reddish burgundy smoky eye. Here, let me show you the color. I'm using my Morphe, what is this, the 12S palette. So I'm gonna be using this top color right here, which is super pretty, especially when it's used with Fix Plus. So I'm gonna be using that on the eyelid. So I'm actually first gonna take my Meet Matte Nudes palette, right there from the Balm, and then I'm going to take this middle color right here. It's called Matte Singh. I'm going to put that through the crease. Just be careful with this palette though. It does kick up a lot of powder, so you're going to want to knock off the excess before you start applying it so it doesn't get everywhere. If you do get fallout, that's okay because we are going to be covering it with foundation and concealer, which is why we did our eyes first. And so I'm just going to put that in the crease lightly. I'm also using a Sigma E35 brush, just a nice wash of color to help us so that when we start getting the deeper colors in there, super easy to blend out. And now you are really up close to my face. Keep going with that color just until I get the buildup of color that I'm looking for. And then I'm actually gonna go back with that first color in the LORAC palette and actually mix some of that with this Matte Singh color so that it creates an even softer blend. Now for a little bit of a kick, I'm gonna go in with my Kat Von D, I think this is Ladybird palette, and I'm actually gonna go in with this brighter orange color really lightly. So I'm like literally same with that same E35, going in there just very lightly, tapping off the excess. And then I'm gonna wash that in the crease as well. And you can feel free to pick up more of that Matte Singh to help blend. Looks pretty good to me. Now I'm going to go in with that color, this one right here. I'm actually going to take some of my Fix Plus on my C408 Chisel shader. So I'm just gonna Spray that on both sides. Press it into the shadow. And then just kind of start packing it. Keeping it super duper low on the lid because I still want to be able to blend those crease colors into this lid color. Then I'm gonna go back with that blending brush and a mixture of matte Singh and that orange color from Kat Von D. And then I'm gonna blend this lid shade to the crease. And this is gonna take a while, so you just take your time, do circular motions, windshield wiper motions. Okay, now I'm gonna take a clean E25 and take that first white color that we used, and I'm gonna use that to blend out this upper crease just because I don't want it to be harsh whatsoever. Now I'm gonna take Morphe Fix Plus because my brush is actually a little bit dry. Back on that flat chisel shader with that color from Morphe, and we're just gonna pack more of that burnt burgundy color on the lid and blend again. And you're just gonna keep doing that until the lid is the color that you're looking for. I love doing this particular smoky eye color because my eyes are green, and when you use red colors with green eyes, they really end up popping. So that's the finished look right there. It looks a bit crazy because we don't have anything else done. Once we kind of get our face done and get our eyebrows done and stuff like that, it's gonna look really cool. Okay, so I zoomed you guys out just so we can get back to doing the face. We will do the under part of the eyes as soon as we get done with our concealer and stuff like that. For my foundation today, I'm gonna be taking the MAC Strobe Cream, which is a really shimmery, luminous cream. I like using it with matte foundations to help make them a little bit more luminous. And then I'm gonna be using the Rimmel Stay Matte Foundation in 010 Porcelain. Just gonna mix those two together. Got something like that. So I'm gonna start taking it all over my face. I think there is good for now. And I'm gonna take my damp beauty blender, start patting it out. And I chose a moderately full coverage foundation today because I've had a couple of breakouts. Make sure to blend down your neck. Sorry about that, guys. I actually had to take some things off my memory card. So now I have all of my concealer placed, and I'm just gonna take that beauty blender again, and I'm just gonna start patting out the concealer. And to do the under eyes, I'm gonna take the pointed tip of my beauty blender and just make sure it's all blended. I'm gonna get right underneath that eye, right into that inner corner to cover up any dark circles. And again, right underneath that eye. Also good chance to like clean up any weird edges on your eyeshadow. I'm gonna take that blending brush again and just kind of soften up the edges because you don't want your edges to be too harsh. Then I'm gonna take my Sigma tapered highlighter and my Rimmel Stay Matte powder, and I'm gonna set the under eyes because I crease a lot and setting prevents that. Now let's move on to brows so that our upper half of our face stops looking a bit cray. I am going to use my Anastasia number 12 brush and my Dip Brow Pomade in dark brown for the outer half of my eyebrow. If you want an in-depth brow tutorial, I can try and film one for you. So I just kind of follow the natural lower line of my brow around and down like that. And then I will take a little bit more, just follow the top line of my brow. And I go like 2/3 of the way of my brow is going to be the pomade, so I'd use that. Create a bit of an arch like that. Okay, so that's that one. This is always my problem brow. We always have that one brow that like shows up 15 minutes late with Starbucks. Sorry if you can hear my dog running, she's upstairs. And then I take my Anastasia Brow Wiz in the color Ebony. And this is what I use to fill in the front of my brows because I feel like it looks more natural. like that. Then I kind of just brush them together. And then to set them, I'm just gonna use the Brow Stylist Plumper from L'Oreal. Mine is in transparent because I think we have enough color going on up here. So I kind of just run that through my brows, up and over. So there are brows done. Now we're looking a bit more human. So for this particular eye look, I like to be bronzed. I like a tiny bit of color in my cheeks, but definitely not too much just because of the fact that like my eyes are already so intense. So I think I'm gonna take Sleek Blush Cream Palette. I'm going to do this color right here, which is called Newport Peach. So I'm actually just gonna use my finger and kind of just like tap a couple bits on my cheeks. And then you get out your trusty blue beauty blender again and you blend that into your face. Now we're gonna do some contouring. I'm going to use my Morphe contour palette and I'm going to use this middle shade right here to contour. So I'm going to take my C473 Pro Contour Brush, tap it very lightly into that brown contour shade, tap off the excess, and then just very, 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 very lightly map out my contour. And then we're gonna take it just on the sides of our forehead, just a tiny bit. Then I'm gonna take the contour again and go under my chin. And kind of just follow your jawline. And then I'm gonna take a little bit more, tap it off a lot, and then it's gonna go on the side of my nose. Not because I'm necessarily trying to contour my nose, but just because I want there to be a little bit of color and depth in the middle of my face. Then we're gonna take my favorite brush right now. It is the Crown Brush C141 Small Chisel Brush. And then this shade right here. I use a mixture of those two to bronze, and this one I really tap off a lot of extra because I do not, repeat, do not want to look orange. Then, just to finish up our contour, we're just going to take this brush that I have from Crown. Doesn't have a name, really frustrating. You could also take any other flat powder brush. And I'm just going to blend that out. Last step for the face, we are going to take, I'm going to take the BH Cosmetics Wild and Radiant Baked Illuminating and Bronzing Palette. And I'm actually going to use, I think I'll use this color. So I'm going to take this brush right here. It's the e.l.f. Small Tapered Brush. Just going to take that, put that on my cheeks. On my Cupid's bow. On my nose, just the tip of my nose. Now this trick is really cool, and I learned this from Nicole Guerrero, and if you're not watching her, then who are you? Go watch her. Take Fix Plus and your Beauty Blender, and you spray the Fix Plus on your Beauty Blender, and then you pounce it over your highlight, and that makes it blend into your skin like you are an angelic mermaid who escaped from the sea. Back to finishing the eyes. So I am going to take a pencil brush, and I'm going to take the tiniest amount of that orange color from Kat Von D, just that one right there, and also that Meet Matte Singh color, this one right here. And I'm going to tap this off like there's no tomorrow. And then I'm gonna run that under my lower lash line just to connect it to the top. I have been obsessed with the Nudes 1975 album. Like, I can't. Eyelash in my eye. Who asked for you? No one, not me. Nope. Now we are going to do winged liner because I need to. I'm going to take the Maybelline Master Precise Liquid Liner in, I don't know, it's black. It's super black. I bring my mirror a little bit closer just because I need to be up in its grill to see what I'm doing. Maybe if I figure out how to look in a mirror or look in my viewfinder and do eyeliner at the same time, I can do like an eyeliner tutorial for you guys. So that is our eyeliner done. Now we are going to do some curling of some lashes, which we'll need an eyelash curler for. And then I'm going to use the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. And before we put on our falsies, I'm going to tightline with, this is the LORAC, what is this? LORAC Front of the Line Pro. Now I'm going to take lashes. These are the Red Carpet Ready, excuse me, lashes. And I'm going to take my Duo Lash Glue. So now, once those are nice and tacky, we're just going to place them on the eye. I really like these because they're super dramatic and fluttery. This is like the dramatic big sister version of the tutorial that I did a couple weeks ago, where it was like a rose gold smoky eye. I'm gonna place that right on there. Like that. Bond my real lashes with my false lashes, and to do my lower lash mascara, I'm going to do the Rimmel Lash Accelerator. And then lastly for the eyes, we're just going to take that black liner again and just do our waterline quickly. So that's that. Let's do lips now. Lips. Okay, I'm going to be taking the MAC lip liner pencil in Subculture, lining my lips with it. I'm going to be overlining my lips because that's my personal preference. And then to give it a bit more gloss, I'm going to use Buxom lip gloss. Quickly, just gonna do some Fix Plus just to make everything blend together.